Hi, I'm Simone. I'm 20 years old. I'm the founder of De Kampanje, a Sudbury school in Amersfoort, and I'm the first graduate of the school also. I graduated in 2008, if I'm right. No, 9, sorry.
I'm Saskia and I'm 18 years old and I just quit the Koers. I love it. I did love it because I had the freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want. And I did a lot of other things you can do in a normal school, like go to courses and work with horses, and it's really awesome.
Yes.
My name is Martijn Dijkhuizen. Yeah.
Zeg maar het Nederlands.
Martijn Dijkhuizen. And the best of this school is you can do what you will. And what you want. What?
Hi, my name is Anjo. I'm a staff member at De Kampanje, Dutch Sudbury school. And I'm a co-founder and a staff member here because I think it's kind of useless to unlearn kids to be responsible for their own lives and to learn and later on ask them to relearn that when they're grown-ups.
It's you don't have what stress iemand?
There's no stress.
There's no stress and yes, that's it. That's it.
Jij bent.
I'm Edwin de Bree. I am one of the co-founders of the Koers. I co-founded the Koers because I wanted to create a place where my children can have education that lives up to the 21st century questions asked. They become here at the Koers entrepreneurial. They become here, they stay, I think I have to say, they stay entrepreneurial, they stay creative, and they stay responsible for their own learning. And that's very important in my vision.
I'm Christel Hartkamp. I'm staff member at De Kampanje, Sudbury school in Amersfoort. And I choose to be a staff member and also started this school because I think it's very, very important for children to be able to develop their own talents and their own creativity. And the only way to do that correctly is by exploring your own passions and your own ideals, and to look for the means or the goods that you need in order to achieve what you want to achieve. So that's why I'm doing it.
Hi, I'm Helen Warmerdam. I'm also one of the co-founders of the Koers. We started the course because we wanted to create a place where children were free to learn their things they want to learn, and we see now that our kids learn a lot while they are playing and having fun. So
sort of invisible learning.
My name is Pim, and what I like about the school is mainly the freedom you get, yet the amount of safety it provides when you compare it to regular school. If you look at the amount of freedom you have here, you can pretty much do anything you like, as opposed to in a regular school your entire day is planned out for you and you have to do everything everyone likes you to do. And you really can't learn to think for yourself, which is something you learn here. You learn to be individual and you learn to, follow your passions really and make them happen. If you get an idea, you can make it happen. And the school is a really good environment for that, because you have a safe environment where you can make things happen your way in cooperation with other people if necessary, but not required to do so. So you can you can follow your passions in any way you want, which I find pretty amazing.
I am Marloes and I'm working here at the Koers for almost 2 years now, and I like it very much because it's a place where everybody can follow his own passion. his or her own passion, and I can do that as well. So I don't have to sit in a room and tell other people what they have to do.
My name is Hartkamp. I'm a staff member at Kampanje, and I'm one of the founders of the school. And we founded the school, basically the reason was my own children, because we wanted to give them a way to develop as they think they would really want to develop. A big shock to many people is that you can learn to write and read and arithmetic in less than 100 hours, what normally people spend 6 years to do. So I think that's a real key advantage of the school, and because you got so many time you can do all sorts of other things, basically socialize, communicate, sharpen your thinking and really decide what's really important for you.
Day on a Sudbury school is you just can't say what's going to happen. There are different kinds of people, all different kinds of ages, adults also, and just the mix and mangle of people with all these different kinds of interests just brings so much energy to the school, and you get really just really inspired by the different stories and the different subjects that people are interested in. So we get in touch with history and with math, but in a really natural way, because we just stumble onto it and we just get going with it. And if you don't like it, or if it's not your thing to do, then you just go on and do something else you like. What I also really like about the school is that it is a democratic school. So we all have a vote. We all have a same vote. Adults don't have more to say in our meetings than kids. So there's really like an equal, how do you say it in English? An equal system, which is really good for me. And if you really like to have something in a school, you can just bring it in the weekly meeting. It's a school meeting with all students, and all the kids from 4 to 19 can be there. They don't have to. It's not. You don't have to. Yeah, I don't know what it's. It's not an obligation. I think that's the word. It's not an obligation to go there, and most of the time adults are there too. You can be a chair and you can be a secretary of the school meeting. You can get elected for those kind of positions. And in the meeting we just discuss everything that's on the agenda. So sometimes it's about new rules, but sometimes it's also about like new corps. So maybe a new music corps, or new rules about running in the school or something like that. And you can just form the school to whatever you would like it to be. And if you don't have that many people who are with you on a motion, an agenda, then you can just lobby. Is lobby also an English word? Yeah. You can just lobby and try to get as many people behind your idea as possible. So you also learn how to give good arguments for the thing you want. So you can just be really behind your idea. Another thing I really like about the school is the judicial system. It's really nice to have like a committee who just cares for the rules and for the judicial system in the school. If something goes wrong, or if you get hit by someone, for instance, you can go there, and it's like a board of people with smaller students, but also older students and adults. So it's really like a really mixed group of people, and you really get to the truth of what happened. And if there's a rule broken, the person will get like a little, we don't call it punishment, but it's kind of like you just give something back to the school. So you just have to clean for 15 minutes, for instance, to just get the trust back in the school and do something back for the community.
My name is Fred de Jong. I like this school. You're pretty free. You can do everything you want. But it's good you can fight, for example. And you can learn at your own way.
I learned to be responsible for my own actions and what the consequences on it. And there was nobody to catch me if I fall. Just like when you learn to walk, you fall a lot of times, and then you decide, well, I don't want to fall again, so I keep trying. And that's the same way I learn here. You keep trying things, and sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes bad, and you did it yourself.
The graduation process on a Sudbury school is like a really big reflection on what you did in your years on the Sudbury school. You have to write a thesis. Well, if you want to get a diploma, you have to write a thesis about why you think you're ready to go into the world, into the society, and why you think how you prepare to be an effective adult. It's really like a really hard and tough process, because you really are going into your process, what you went through on your school, and you really get to see how you started and how you are now. But you're not ready with learning. It's just an ongoing process. But just to see how far you've come is just really, really wonderful. And your thesis will get evaluated by a diploma committee, and the committee is chosen by the assembly. So it's also really a democratic process. And the diploma committee just let me graduate, and they were really with me on what I wrote about why I am ready to go into the world and my preparation to be an effective adult. Is Sudbury for everybody? I don't think that especially Sudbury schools are for everybody, but I really believe that Holland should have a really diverse education landscape, so everyone can choose what's best for them. But I do think that a lot more people can have really good experiences with Sudbury educations or with other forms of invisible learning in different kinds of schools. So I just really believe that people need to be able to choose what they want, what they feel good with, and just go with that.
I think you have to need both. Some people fit in this system, some people fit in the other system. It's just, I don't think this one thing works for everybody.
You have to want it yourself. I guess there are still children who don't want to do it all themselves. Some people just want to get something from a teacher. And here you have to do it yourself. Or you have to find people who are teaching you that subject.
For everybody who chooses that Sudbury is for them.
And for everybody who has faith in their children that they gonna be what they are gonna be.
Now they have to trust the self-development of children. And
very important.
And a second thing that's important, children need to take responsibility for their learning. Otherwise it can be very difficult.
I really advise everyone to go to a Sudbury school. If you think it's interesting, just visit, or just come by and see if it's something for you. Even when you're older, I started this kind of education when I was 14, and the regular system just wasn't working for me. I just felt so uninspired. So just, if you want something different, just come here and it will be great. It will be awesome.